Ştefan, and I will tell you a story which is called How to Build with the Things That People Throw at You. And as you see, I have some things attached to me. The first thing that I had to accept was the fact that I was born in the wrong country, that is Romania. The second was that I received a wrong education, that is not Romanian, because one of my great-grandfathers who lived a lot of his life in the United States and in Austria seemed like a wonderful example for my mother, so she thought she would pass that kind of education to me. So this is how I became too driven by results, too proactive and kind of hardworking, let's say. So I tried to understand why people would label me this way, and it was kind of interesting because I found out in time, and when I was 20-something, I noticed that my mother started to speak about her childhood, and then I found out about my great-grandfather, and I have a great achievement, a great realization, accomplishment. The fact that I realized the truth. Well, this is who I am. This is actually part of my education. So I just love being this way. So accepting who I was the first step. One thing that I liked was the fact that my mother inspired me to learn. When I was young, actually when I was 1 year old, she told me poems by Mihai Eminescu. And this actually I love. I love the fact that I started to learn and to write and to read, and the things that got my attention was my talent for words. I kind of got the intuition that I have a talent for words. So I then tried to understand how come everything that I wrote in the first 6 years was shit. And well, I thought, and then I turned 16, and then I started writing some good things, some quality things. Some of them actually got published. Then, when I was in faculty, some people told me, you write too scientific articles. So then I started writing some personal development articles, which were more catchy, and they started getting thousands of visitors. So that was kind of inspiring for me. But, of course, I had to accept that in order to write good, you have to learn from mistakes. So one of the things that I learned in this experience was that when you do something that you love, you have to allow yourself to do it less perfect the first times in order to do it. So at least until you find the smart way to do it, you do it the hard way, okay? So I accepted the fact that I don't have all the time in the world to learn from my own mistakes. Although there are people, okay, who transmitted their experience and their mistakes through things called books. That's why they call it school. So I went to some schools and got some diplomas. I actually got a stack of them at home, and I used them to balance the fridge when, you know, it comes up balance. In doing all the stuff that I was doing and being admired for, you know, going to contests and gaining prizes, you know, for physics and Romanian and English and all sorts of stuff. You know, those things that you learn, you get accomplished for, and then you forget. Okay, so I understood when I was finishing high school, I actually had a problem with learning. I didn't know how to learn, and I came by that conclusion by finding out that I participated at some speed reading classes and memorizing and concentration techniques. And in learning, for example, some people had the idea, well, we could speed read, and then in the spare time that we get, we can eat and dance and party and drink. And I came with the idea, well, in the spare time that I saved by speed reading, I can read some more, and I can read even about speed reading, and then I can speed read some more. So that's how I became the fastest reader from Romania, they say. About 10,000 words per minute. That was about 10 years ago. So some people came to me and said, could you teach us that? And I said, well, I don't know. And that's how I accepted that I became a trainer. That's why I started and I accomplished all these things. And in the end, I just want to give you a piece of me. Thank you.